Hey everyone, my name is Nathan Payne. Welcome to another episode of Blu Ocean Crypto. So I realized we haven't done a Happy Farmers World video for you guys yet. This was actually an update that came out quite a few months ago that when was first done, actually a lot of people were expecting quite a few updates to the gameplay mechanics and things. And this was actually just kind of a new UI, a new experience done through Unity as opposed to the old clicker. But what's really cool is you can kind of see where things might be leading with this game. Now, let's jump right into it to kind of show you some of the cool aspects about it and give you kind of a rundown, and I'll give you my feedback as we go. So when you first log into Happy Farmers World, this is exactly what you're going to see. Now, something that's unique is you've got kind of this player character portrait up in the top left, and we already know from the last update video that we did on their website, they do plan on adding new characters in that maybe have bonuses or buffs or stuff. That's going to be really cool. You can obviously see your gold, your wood, your food, and your tokens at the top. I really like that. So let's take a look at the quick menus here. So you can go right into settings to turn off your music, your sound. They even got their partnership program, FAQs, all their social links. That's kind of nice to see. You can go right into the cart to buy from the market. This is just like where you buy your seed or your corn, or if you need a baby calf or a chicken egg. Just looks a little cleaner than the other game. Obviously this lock is for 2FA, so you don't need to click on that. Then you've got your chest. And I really like this because it shows, you know, everything on the right hand side. You can see we've got 18 out of 18 NFTs. That means we've got 6 for each type, you know, 6 for wood, 6 for gold, 6 for food. We know we're good there. You can see all of our memberships, not just the ones that are equipped. You know, orange shows that we're highlighting it. Green means that it's equipped, but as well as all the other ones. There's also a section for chests. We can take a look at the animals as well. You can see here we've got our dairy cow, our bull, our chickens, as well as all the eggs. I do like how this is laid out. It's a lot more organized, I guess you could say, and clean. Even you can see here our structures. We've got the farm plot, the cow shed, the coop. And then of course there's all of our resources like barley or cows. So this is a little bit more organized than the chest in the last one. But this is something that I really like. When you hit this tab on the left-hand side that looks like this notepad, it actually shows us all of our NFTs equipped right there, and almost like an easier way to look at from the chest. Okay, so now that all that's out of the way, let's take a look at the actual game. So I do like that you can scroll in and scroll out. You click on this guy, it brings you right to what's called the membership zone. Also down here, we can see we've got our cows. You know, if we want to feed them or do anything, we have to actually go to the dairy cow in order to breed, which is what we do with the 2 of them. But if you're feeding them, you feed them individually. I'm not going to go through all of the things because obviously there's a little bit of a load time here, so I don't want to make this video too long. But you can see it was pretty simple. We clicked on the female dairy cow to do the breeding. Same with the chickens. We can individually click on each of the chickens to feed them. You can see here, this is where our crops are or will go. We don't have any planted right now. We actually removed the crops for the time being, just to make the upkeep and the maintenance on the game a little easier. This way I'm only logging in once a day right now, as opposed to every 4 hours, which at the height of the game, it was really important that you were logging in every 4 hours to make sure you didn't miss watering, which could actually lower your counter on the food. So there was actually a negative impact if you didn't stay on top of it. You can see over here, this is where, you know, we would chop our wood. So once you click it, it brings up all the available tools, and I'll just kind of show you guys what it looks like here. Now, notice the walk time, how long it took for me to click for him to walk over to start that, and I'll make a mention about that here in a second. So it only actually takes a second for them to do it. I like how there's this really cool animation. It shows the wood that we're able to get. Now let's kind of go over here to the gold. It brings up the timer, so we can see we've got an hour before that resets, and essentially we can do it again. So now we're going to collect the gold, do the same thing. Hope to get almost 600 gold. Then we'll move over here to our fishing boat. You can see it takes a little time to walk. So the reason I mentioned to keep note of that is I wanted to show you guys how long it actually took to move between. Now obviously doing one each isn't the most efficient. You're going to want to do all 6 of wood, then all 6 gold, then all 6 food. But because of this extra walk time, I'm still finding myself playing the old version of the game more often, because being able to click and mine between the tools is a lot more time efficient than this version. This version, although is way more beautiful, there's a lot more going on with the UI, it's definitely a more interactive experience, But because there isn't a lot of new changes to the gameplay, I really find myself just playing the old version more, because when I'm logging in to do my mining, I want it to be quick, I want it to be efficient, I don't want to spend all this extra time walking around. So that's kind of my one complaint, is there really isn't a big enough of a reason to actually play this new version other than the fact that it looks nice. One other thing that I did notice too, in the other version, when you're exchanging your food for energy, I could just do a big number like this, and eventually what it would do is maximize the amount of energy that I could get back. So it would change the number to whatever the remainder is out of the 2,900. You can't do that in this one. So actually I'm gonna have to eyeball it and go, okay, what's 2,900, which is my maximum energy, minus 929, so that's 2,000 minus 29, right? So we're gonna do 1,971 energy, and just having to take that extra moment to calculate that, kind of annoying compared to the other one where I could just hit a bunch of numbers, it would maximize the energy, and look, I was even off by 1, right? So that's one thing that I want them to fix, is have it so that we can do the same thing we did in the other one, where you just hit the button or there's a maximum energy replenishment, and then it'll fill that up. I don't always have to do that mental math. Now it looks beautiful. We also know that in some of the pictures we've seen by this exchange house over here is where some strawberries are gonna go. There's also goats that are going to be added in kind of over here by the rest of the cows and the chickens. So I'm really going to be curious to see how they develop this and how this version of the game gets more robust. And are we going to have the ability to do this version on mobile phones too? Because right now it says that it's not available. You have to actually play the older version on phones. But I'm sure that this might be something that they're working towards eventually. So a lot of updates, things are coming here next month in November, so let's see what happens. Hope you guys found this video good and enjoyable to know what you need to do in Happy Farmers World. If you do want to play it this way, I definitely recommend you at least give it a try, because like I said, it is really pretty. It's kind of nice to get a sense of it. But for the most part, I'm still playing the old version just because I want to be efficient with my mining. So I'm kind of curious, are you guys doing the same thing? You know, are you still playing the old version, or do you find yourself here in Happy Farmers World, the new version, more often? And are there any other little nuanced differences that you found that maybe I didn't mention in the video today? Be sure to leave a comment down below. And one other thing I'll mention is please make sure to subscribe to our channel. It only takes 2 seconds to hit that button, and it makes a huge difference to us. It shows us that you guys appreciate us creating all this content, and we cover a ton of play to earn titles. As most of you are aware, we run a Web3 game guild. We have research reports on hundreds of different titles in our Discord. Come join us, join the conversation, and if you have any questions about Farmers World or any other game in general, we'd love to chat with you there. So make sure, like I said, to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and be sure to turn on those bell notifications to stay up to date with all the great play to earn content we have coming for you guys on a consistent basis. Until next time, cheers. Don't forget about our 1,000 subscriber giveaway, where you can win $200, and if you need more information, be sure to join us on our Discord. See you there.